Let's take a trip to France. Ah, France.
You just prepare yourself for what is happening right now in France.
Known for its strikes, protests, and perpetual political turmoil. And let's not forget the recent terrorist attacks, the Yellow Vest riots, and an economy that always seems to be teetering on the edge. Throughout all the chaos, President Emmanuel Macron, known for his feckless and often controversial political moves, decides to roll the dice once again. Fresh off a bruising defeat in the European elections, he announces snap parliamentary elections, hoping for a miracle. He told this to Joe Biden before making the public announcement. Joe Biden got the inside information while he was in France for the D-Day anniversary. Initially, Biden's team was merely startled by Macron's audacious gamble to hold these snap elections. After all, Macron has always been a bit of a wild card. Quote, people recognized from the start that the decision to have early elections was a risky one, says Jeff Rathke, a former U.S. diplomat. He went on to say, but what is becoming more clear is that Macron did not have his ducks in a row to give the best possible chance of success for his bold gambit.
Europe is extremely important to the United States.
This boldness, however, is highly debatable. Macron often looks like a French Justin Trudeau, known more for appearances than substance. Macron, with his rumored transgender wife, whom he met when he was 15 and she was his 40-year-old teacher, adds to the colorful narrative of his presidency.
Their theory is that the First Lady, Brigitte Macron, was actually born Jean-Michel.
The plan is straightforward. He's calling for these snap elections to regain control after what they are labeling the far right made an unexpected gain. They made a move on him.
Au moment où notre pays vient d'être livré au saccage, au pillage et à une rage incendiaire insensée, je voudrais vous poser la question que se posent tous les Français. Qu'avez-vous fait de la France?
However, the National Rally Party, led by the fiery Marine Le Pen, is poised to sweep the votes. Le Pen, smelling blood in the water, declares that there will be mass deportations if her party wins. She promises to overrule Macron on sending troops to Ukraine, and even hints that Macron could face arrest for his crimes. That is Marine Le Pen openly talking about arresting Macron if she acquires power. We're not hearing that from Donald Trump and MAGA in the United States. Why is that? Inside the White House, the mood is tense. Biden's aides are grappling with the fallout of the disastrous debate against Donald Trump. They aren't in a position to critique political maneuvers. They've got to make maneuvers of their own. Publicly, they downplay the French elections because they don't know what's going to happen. It doesn't look good. But behind closed doors, there's a genuine worry. Biden aides, internal discussions about the French votes have been more marveling at why Macron called the elections than talking through possible outcomes or impacts, says one official. The first round of the parliamentary vote is on Sunday, and the French far right seems ready to secure a large number of seats, maybe even enough to control the legislative body. This scenario is alarming to Biden's team. Anything alarming to Biden's team could be music to my ears. A far-right win in France could weaken the European Union, causing ripples that might affect the U.S. and its allies and globalism, especially in the sunflower country of Ukraine. A weak government in France could mean political paralysis of sorts at the heart of the European Union, warns Charles Kupkin, a former National Security Council official. Le Pen is riding high on her promises to save France from the New World Order. We'll see if that comes to reality. The talk is good, though. She wants to tie Macron's hands on foreign policy. And if she succeeds, Macron could end up more isolated than ever in the final 3 years of his term. Leonie Allard from the Atlantic Council's European Center, it's hard to see Macron's party being able to build coalitions, pass laws, and find compromises in a way that it has in the past 2 years. Meanwhile, Macron's liberal supporters are in dramatic tears. They're on TikTok, they're all over social media, literally liberal tears, looking like lost puppies, scared to lose their master. Even Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni can't hide her contempt for Macron, disguising her disdain when they met. It's clear that everyone loves him, right? Just look how excited Meloni is to greet him. the picture of pure weakness. Flash back to June 2021, Biden nodding along as Macron talks about having a U.S. president who is part of the club.
And I think it's great to have the U.S. president part of the club. And
I do like the energy of Donald Trump, who says, I don't need to be in the Paris Climate Accords, back when Trump was more America first.
From this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.
Biden's team, though concerned, finds some solace in the fact that Macron's term isn't over yet. The French president still holds significant power over foreign policy, which might keep some stability in the U.S.-French relations. However, Marine Le Pen's rise signals a shift. She's kind of like the female Steve Bannon. As she puts it, buckle up, everybody. Things are about to go down in France. The White House is bracing for a potential fallout. Macron's gamble might have brought him to the brink of political disaster, and Washington could only watch and wait. As Peter Ruff, a Europe analyst, succinctly puts it, he has all the appearances of a spent political force. His movement was always highly personalized, revolving around Macron the man, which begs the question of whether his party has a future after him. The world watches as France yet again is on the edge of political upheaval, with Macron's risky gamble hanging in the balance. Whether it will pay off or lead to his downfall remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, the stakes have never been higher. Can Marine Le Pen and the National Rally Party restore the reputation of France, a country once known for its rich culture, culinary delights, iconic landmarks, and revolutionary spirit? Only time will tell.
Middle MAGA.